Welcome to Samadhi Game. This morning we're going to do mantras. Probably more than you're used to or more than you'd like to. But we're going to do these mantras. That is. So we're going to try and have this work. I've been having some problems with the broadcasting software, and I worked it out somewhat, and I think that it is working, but there is still a few glitches that are going on that cause me a little bit of difficulty in terms of having to deal with it when I should be dealing with the inner reality. But let's go ahead and try and see how far we get with this. Our connection seems to be very good, and it's just a few glitches now in the software that keep popping up. I keep losing the picture. But stay with us, and if you can, sign in with Ustream and create a username, and then we can discuss, we can chat, or you can send chats to us, and we can know whether or not the broadcast is coming across good enough for you or not. So please avail yourself of the ability to chat with us and let us know if things are coming across nicely or if we're having problems. And we'll try to solve them as soon as possible. So let's go straight away to our manifesto of enlightenment, of awareness and insight. This is the Samadhi Game mantras. We're going to open with the opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world, giving these mantras together, aloud, the resonance, the advertisement to all of ourself and all around us of who we really are. Let's go. This is called the opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. Let me straighten that out on the screen for you. Together. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame, into and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with a tangible substance, living awareness. Let me just do something here so I'm not there. I think that'll be better. Living awareness and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. We'll give it again several times. Give it 3 times through. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame, into and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living away samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am samadhi. And then coming back to give the Om together, raising up our hands. And continuing on. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. And so what we're doing is we're being teacher and student. We're being guru and Shila. We're being patron and assistant. All in one. We're connecting to everything. We're allowing this connection revolution to take place even within the idea of our spiritual enlightenment. And that means taking responsibility for being on the hook for both the teaching side and the assistant side. Both the patron side and the assistant side, both the teacher's side and the student side, listening in, and by giving these words, these worded mantras of insight and awareness, we bring ourselves to this place where we have to be able to feel both at the same time. Let's go on. The odium reflecting one-way mirror I am. About this pillar of light, this pillar of the world, this forgiving samadhi that I am, here manifests now about me a one-way mirror reflecting back to its sender. And you can say the names of those that are not returning your light in kind. All odium, hatred, ill will, disgust, abhorrence, repugnance, revulsion, loathing, detestation, oblique, opprobrium, vituperation, condemnation, denunciation, abuse, criticism, censure, defamation, denigration, calumny, insults, castigation, excoriation, disgrace, dishonor, shame, discredit, stigma, humiliation, loss of face, ignominy, disfavor, disrepute, infamy, stain, hostility, antipathy, anger, abomination, and scandal. Reversitide, 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 roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reversitide, 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 reflections come in. Reversitide, 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 roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reversitide, 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 reflections come in. Reversitide, 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 roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reversitide, 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 reflections come in. Reversitide, 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 roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reversitide, 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 reflections come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reductions come in. Here, manifest now in the same persons or persons, or even unknown persons that may be holding enmity for you. All forgiveness, pardon, absolution, exoneration, remission, dispensation, clemency, mercy, reprieve, amnesty, grace, compassion, charity, forbearance, quarter, humanity, kindness, empathy, tolerance, generosity, boon, favor, peace, magnanimity, and beneficence. In the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now. With unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and in the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. We're going to go ahead and take a little musical meditation here for a few moments. I'm just going to leave you with this image and the meditation. So. Thank you for that. Heartfelt, tangible samadhi. O Great Spirit, O mighty I Am Samadhi at the center of all creation, radiant with illuminating fire, O heartfelt parent of all sons and sons, pour forth that life-giving power and fan the spark of that divinity on the altar of my heart. Amplify and magnify this spark by the fire breath of the Holy Spirit into the potent God flame that I am. O the shimmering fountain of life that I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see within me. I choose this constant cascade of liquid light, actively receiving its shimmering, directive radiance, tangibly and powerfully manifest in my experience. I open the innermost temple of love within this evident, celestial, cosmic fire. I manifest that life and light for our healing and regeneration, letting the breadth, height, fullness, and crown of the solar radiance of the sun behind the sun appear. I stand forth. Revealed in and through me is the neutral witness, this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, monarch, divine mother, father, sun conscious awareness. I am the visible, audible, and tangible flame of eternal life, breathing the scintillating prana-chi from the source to the root of my being. Liquid rays of light, flooding my chakras, seated upon their lotus thrones of love, molten gold of enlightenment, shivering its ascension up my spine, crowning my awareness with the diamond rays of attainment. Let's go ahead and breathe. Let's go ahead and take this breath and breathe in down the front side of the body. And breathing out is and following that shimmer up the spine. Tongue at the top of the mouth. And breathing out, shivering it up the spine. And breathing out, coming back to the mantras. As the white fire being of my heart, I dynamically emanate and transmit this audible, tangible, fragrant, delectable, and visible substance of living samadhi as creativity and direction. I am a sun in the palace of the shining void, this temple a glistening world of infinite space, the process of my transformations sounding the melodies, harmonies, and rhythms of the great I am Samadhi's palpable joy, tactile glory, and felt perfection of boundless being. I am that, I am that, I am that. I am the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Brinkley living super yogi brilliance. I am the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Brinkley living super yogi brilliance. I am the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Brinkley living super yogi brilliance. An embodiment, an embodiment, an embodiment. I am oneness lived. Going right on into the affirmation and prayer of the divine masculine presence and power. O sacred masculine essence of my eternal being, Holy One in my core, I am that I am. I am that divine masculinity within me now. I am the will of that kingly consciousness being done. I am the unchanging awareness of each moment, the natural spaciousness of each instant. On earth, that I am, even as I am that in heaven. This sacred, tangible silence, death to my ego, source of my sustenance. This radiant gift of love, heart of my purpose, the Dharma, freely given to all. This shining void of stillness consumes every temptation of duality. This presence of samadhi dispels all cross-currents of the human ego. I am transfigurations, total surrender, forgiveness, and reconciliation. I am resurrection's focus of wisdom and power. I am the absolute cooperation with the inevitable, ascension's expanding glory of eternal victory. All this freedom forevermore. I am. Om. Peace. Amen. I am, and right into the affirmation and prayer of the Divine Feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. I am the Divine Feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. With me now in the intuition, dance, and relations of my heart, chalicing hallowed vision, purpose, and paradigm of the golden age dawning. Blessed queens of Buddhic, angelic, and Christic realms, Kuan Yin, Green Tara, Holy Mary, O Pallas Athena, Parvati, Sarasvati, Lakshmi, whom I am. Hear our calls for compassion, wholeness, and the manifest oneness in the flesh. And here you can formulate your intention, your prayer. Be it abstract or concrete, see and feel as though this prayer were already manifest. Don't wait any longer. Mint now this intention, this prayer into a golden coin. Place it into something physical, into a golden, soft golden coin. Press it down and in. And let the cosmos ring with the shine of your intention, your prayer. Ringing with the shine of your prayer. Ringing with the shine of your prayer. And toss now this golden coin of your intention into the fountain of your life that swirls and dances all about you. Guide us. Intensify our path, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace, the manifest experience of healing and truth, and the mastery, liberation, and triumph of enlightenment. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. Right into nothing silence, sounding light. I am zero, the great yang, the vast silence, the undisturbed stillness, radiating an antakarana of oneness, the sounding of love alone, the essence of life and light, strength, courage, beauty, and perfection. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole in universe, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole in universe, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole in universe, luminous golden white. In the stillness within, existence I am births to an active, great yin radiance, spreading throughout the vastness. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God in man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God in man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God in man. Louder and louder the great mother I am, muses, inspires, hums, and sings songs of new life, a glad music of my heart. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. Born now anew, I receive and I accept this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Son, conscious awareness, Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Just taking a few moments to digest this idea of teacher and student, of patron and assistant. Of saying and listening. Saying these mantras and listening to them. Being the mantra and receiving the mantra at the same time. This is the paradox of the path, is now that we're given to live with as the path. It didn't used to be. It used to be lots of cogs in the wheel and lots of leaders to lead those cogs. Now it's every person, every man for himself in the highest way. Every man has this ability to be the patron and the assistant. Every man has the ability Let's go on. The radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. Encircle me now, encircle me now, encircle me now. I am this loving splendor encircling me now. I am this living prana-chi encircling me now. I am this liquid crystal fire encircling me now. I am this samadhi encircling me now. This, I radiate, radiate, radiate. As the active intelligence of powerful conscious volition that I am, I govern this exhaustless energy and precipitate all things into form. Of those who come under the radiation of this, my radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including Robbie and Dante and Elliot and Christy and the Samadhi Game tribe, this Samadhi Game community, all of my clients and customers at Primera Agua Healing and Enlightenment here at Sunny Mellow. I ignite and I expand the illuminating center within their bodies, emotions, and minds into that active, perfect, and eternal garment of enlightenment. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white. Opening wide the door of my heart to the ineffable, divine and present existence in expression and expansion. I am the wide open door of my heart, flooding forth the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, the enchanting essence of my electronic body, and I am Samadhi. I balance, braze, and dazzle the threefold activity of my heart's Samadhi. Ennobling love, wisdom, and power encircles me, now and forever bringing healing to and making art of every dual human ego activity, freeing me to leap into divine union with the source of these, the shining three. I am the mighty, magic, electromagnetic circle of invincible liquid love, light, and life substance, instantly transmuting and harmonizing, healing and making art of every discordance or distraction which seeks to enter or intrude itself, masquerading as the I am me. I am the self-sustaining perfection of my world, enfolded in the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. The Samadhi that I am, I remain. Vanish the veils of light and shade. I abide in the shining truth of the divine law and the justice of eternity. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions inner and outer. I am commanding all therapies within this, the inner magic of my radiant circle of healing love, to be revealed with the art of life and liquid white light of samadhi, the all-pervading, serene and harmonizing bliss. I'd like to take us to a few other mantras in the book a little farther back. Let me just take us off the rolling screen here. It's a new version of Samadhi Game. You'll see that there's a appendix as well as a introduction and a magical portion of the book at the beginning where you can actually work with the ideas that are present with Samadhi Game and how Samadhi Game works, why it works. So please visit there. Let's go to not this, I am the radiant that. As the holy flowing I am Samadhi, great central sun magnet and the Mahachohan. I am the epicenter of all reality. I am the wide open door of my heart into the great opulence that no man's ego can shut. Supremely still, pressing forward to heal, to bless, and to prosper abundantly. I am the sparkling presence of this alert, radiant, divine Samadhi, dancing through my mind, my body, and my affairs, dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling everything unlike myself. I am a fountain of joy, washing away all seeming melancholia and nocturnal darkness with moonbeams of bliss. I am a tornado of laughter, marring the superstructures of sorrow and blowing away the gloom of ages, along with all seeming troubles of the heart. I now consciously choose universal light and joy for eternal time and infinite space. I am master of this world. I am the panoramic beauty of enlightened intelligence, governing this universal substance of the whole I Spirit. I send forth into my world this glorious, radiant, intelligent love, prana-chi, and light, with the commanding intention to manifest one perfection, to draw to me the wonder, beauty, and great opulence made tangible and visible in my hands' use and life. I am the mature and masterful stature of love and presence, smiling, speaking, and commanding with purpose and authority. I am the divine architect, sculptor, and artist, designing, chiseling, and fashioning beauty and happiness on the canvas of being from the palette of life. As the great one flame of the shining void, I speak directly to my untransmuted dual human ego creation. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of Samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of Samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of Samadhi. I am shifting my identity from you, the dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled lies, ignorance, and appetites of the ego, to that reconciled identity of Samadhi. Multiply and expand and express by the violet light of Samadhi. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of Samadhi. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of Samadhi. Henceforth, my attention remains there, fixed upon the scintillating perfection of Samadhi, and all the utter screaming of duality is reconciled and silenced in perfect oneness. I have entered within the sacred Samadhi of the perceptible, radiant circle of healing love, and the art of life in liquid white light. Henceforth, only that presence of Samadhi acts to recognize and accept beauty and elegance, and to recognize and transmute density and shadow. As an inundating surge of the I Am Samadhi, and with the dispassion of the neutral witness. Again, I speak directly to my dual human ego creation, the formerly held fears and desires of that ego. You are dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of Samadhi. You are dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of Samadhi. You are dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of Samadhi. No longer do I feed my life stream into you to give you any power whatsoever. Stop all karmic agitation. Be quiet, be calm. Now there is clarity, peace, and samadhi. Multiply, expand, and express by the vital light of samadhi. Multiply, expand, and express by the vital light of samadhi. Multiply, expand, and express by the vital light of samadhi. Surrendered to the brilliant one flame that I am, I hereby accept the divine love, life, and light, purpose, plan, and power of my crystal cord that is now to neutralize the seeming of all karmic whirlpools of duality, created past, present, or future. I am the law of forgiveness and the violet compassionate flame, dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego. I, my, me, mine, including the formerly held fears and desires of that ego. In samadhi and humility, I take command of my world. Great hosts of liberated masters, and great angelic hosts of light, through my neutral witness, holding dominion and control of my feelings in joyful obedience, I bow to the divine direction of I am samadhi. I intend, I feel, and I see myself giving that which I am given to do. I intend, I feel, and I see myself giving that which I am given to do. I intend, I feel, and I see myself giving that which I am given to do. As the I am reality that I am, I take eternal supreme command over every precious electron passing through my crystal cord, and hold all that energy and life substance in my being and world, so charged with clear purity and holy harmony, that dazzling perfection is maintained within and around me, now and forever. All informing I am truth, that I am. I charge my mind, body, and feelings with that mighty directing intelligence and invincible protection. I pour forth that outpicturing of divine love and harmony so powerfully through this body that everything touching this samadhic radiance ignites to that active, perfect, and eternal fire of enlightenment, preparing the way before me. I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see that I am everywhere, as and is harmony, here, now, and always. I take such command of my mind, body, and feelings that only one power and intelligence and humor acts every moment. I seize control of my emotions, visions, and actions. I seize control of my emotions, visions, and actions. I seize control of my emotions, visions, and actions. I am the grace of limitless creation within me, qualifying my life with the absolute perfection of the humorous neutral witness. I am the grace of limitless creation within me, qualifying my life with the absolute perfection of the humorous neutral witness. I am the grace of limitless creation within me, qualifying my life with the absolute perfection of the humorous neutral witness. With the power, the activity, and the authority of the all-seeing I am samadhi, I speak directly to the seeming consume, transmute, and reconcile by the vital light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the vital light of samadhi. Relinquish your attachment. Surrender. Pay this price of admittance to my world. My world is here and now, the shadowless world of the luminous I am samadhi, governed by, held obedient to, and one with that samadhi. All of creation is ever bathed in it, and it is happening now. To beauty, hope, confidence, and happiness, I am celebrate. To ugliness, worry, fear, and anxiety, I am celibate. Now and henceforth I stand free in a superfluity of samadhi, forever free from the limiting dual human ego and its experiences. I am the royal that. In the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, intangibly manifest in our lives and in the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. if you were to sit and meditate, you would have to come to these affirmations within yourself. These affirmations would necessarily be who it is that you're realizing. And it takes a lot of practice to do that. So you're welcome to do that. But it takes a lot of time as well. And with Samadhi game mantras, this manifesto of insight and awareness, it moves you very quickly into this conscious understanding of this. You're advertising the reality that is, that just soaks into your outer consciousness in little bits and pieces when you meditate. But when you say these words, it says that they're coming from your source, and they're insisting that you realize who you really are. This is an insisting that your divine self is saying to you as you say these words. Let's go on and say some more of these words. Culturing ourselves with this light, this ruby ray power and violet compassionate transmutation. Ruby ray power and violet compassionate transmutation. Adorable I am, Samadhi that I am, that supreme ruler of ruby ray power and the unconditional love of the violet flame, that dispassionately dissolves, consumes, transmutes, and reconciles all phases of the wheel of karma in pure enjoyment, in resonant formation with, and here we're going to name these names, just say along with me, the ascended Paramhansa Yogananda, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Hans Baba, Sir Lafalat, Saint Germain and Portia, Elohim, Arcturus and Victoria, Archangels Zadkiel and Holy Amethyst, Omritas, ruler of the violet planet, the great cosmic light and mighty lords of the flame from Venus, the hierarchs of the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and Akasha, Virgo and Pelor, Aries and Thor, Prince Ramesses and Diana, Neptune and Laurara. See if we can get our picture back. Violet compassionate transmutation and cause 100 veils of illusion to fall each moment. As Portia, Saint Germain, Claire de Lis, Linello, El Moria, Kuthumi, and the Mahachohan, I say, thus far and no further, I release the transfiguring action of ruby ray power and the measureless mercy of the violet flame into the cause, effect, or record of memory of that tempting and tormenting ego, including the fears and the desires of that ego. It is transmuted and consumed on the instant in love and samadhi. I will it done by the power of love and samadhi. I open and charge the golden pink radiance of divine love and its most powerful dynamic activity into the world and all mankind, and into the world of my mind, feelings, and body, my home and all my spiritual, sexual, social, recreational, romantic, personal, family, domicile, dietary, health, medical, career, financial, business, political, and legal affairs. All compassionate I am, Samadhi, that I am. I am the eternal, complete, and unconditional forgiveness and command of all dual human ego created down the corridors of past, present, and future. All transmuting I am, Samadhi, that I am. I open through me now that violet consuming flame of divine love and compassion. I identify and surrender my human self-concern and all patterns and habits of duality, appetites for illusion, fears and desires of that dual human ego. I dissolve and transmute them all, cause, effect, record of memory, past, present, and future. I replace them all with the fullness of myself, including samadhi. That state of perfect samadhi, held with full dominion, here, now, and forever. As the all-seeing I am of samadhi, my very own neutral witness and silent watcher of all mankind, Elohim Cyclopea, the great karmic board, and Saint Germain. I search the entire karmic record of all my past lives, and its presentation in this life now. I identify, transmute, and transform all latent and or active, returning mental, emotional, physical, and astrological deaths and patterns, deprived of frozen children, such as... And here you can name the coordinates of your dual human ego, the fears and the desires on the pole of duality that's up for you. And you can use the frozen child process as described below in the manifesto. So get your own copy, read this frozen child process. And travel where you were hurt and frozen and stuck in a little spiral of negativity. And these are all the instructions on how to do it. You can just page right through them, read them, get very clear on how to do this process. And then continuing on with our mantras. I am the full understanding and complete self-mastery over the causes and cores of these so-named conditions of seeming limitation, as well as all seeming yet to be named. By the law of forgiveness and grace that I am, I see clearly into the shells of the dual human ego consciousness and its resulting situations. I am begins. Here and now, reconciling limitations born from fear and desire, and ascending to the perfection of my unique I am presence, samadhi, and sexual essence. As the omniscient yoga of oneness that I am, I reach into the storehouse of my causal body with my great and loving arms of light, drawing forth 10 times more substance of life than was misqualified. Of that life substance, I fashion a unique healing form of a sacred fire, a perfectly suited antidote for each shadowy shape, process, and condition. I send it forth this instant to balance tenfold every debt of every part of life. I give thanks and I accept it in this hour in full power. As the omnipotent purpose that I am, I dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile all karmic momentums of my past, present, and future. All distorted shapes of duality, doubts, fears, desires, and seeming forces of opposition within my own world and cross-currents of the human ego throughout the earth. I now cast all shadowy shapes created of the dual human ego, cause, effect, record, and memory into the boiling sea and consuming fire of forgiveness. Reconciling, replacing, and depolarizing, healing and making art of the frequencies of the dual human ego, with the eternal, perfect, and ascended shape and feeling tone of the healthy, playful, and creative I am samadhi. I flash ruby ray power and violet lightning of divine love through all my spiritual, sexual, social, recreational, romantic, personal, family, domicile, dietary, health, medical, career. With these affairs, including, and here you can name those that you're involved with: Robbie, Dante, Elliot, Christy and her children, all my clients at Ascending to Piramida Agua Healing and Enlightenment at Sunny Mellow, the entire Samadhi Game tribe, all people that will ever watch and listen to this broadcast. Producing that purity, perfection, protection, and pointed direction. I illumine them all with the light of that truth, dharma, and authenticity, and keep that light forever self-sustained in the eternal glory and victory of that love. By the power, the activity, and the authority, the omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence that I am, I speak to my untransmuted karma, and to every discordant or limiting condition, judgment-deprived or frozen child that would seek to repolarize or imbalance my dual human ego, including the fears and the desires of that dual human ego. Dissolve, consume, transmute, or reconcile by the violet light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, or reconcile by the violet light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, or reconcile by the violet light of samadhi. I see you in process and perfect now. My world is filled to overflowing with the balance, perfection, and presence of I am samadhi. I strip from you, O thou noble appearance of duality, all power to limit, harm, or disturb me, to judge, confuse, or intimidate me, past, present, or future. I walk henceforth as the quenchless fire of the shining void, and I know nothing. I do not know, and hence I am free. I am now and forever free. In these fires of transmutation, in these fires of transmutation, in these fires of transmutation I walk. Violet ray identity and samadhi and action. I am the compassionate flame, radiant, buoyant, whirling, dancing, surging, cosmic, luminous, enhancing, tangible pressure, joyous blushing, from beneath my feet to my crown now rushing, circling 36 feet about me, transmuting and reconciling all duality, dissolving imperfections in my activity, distilling the liquid love and compassion from the heart of the great central sun, simmering from head to toe in the twinkling light of Vedic transmuting reconciliation, baking in the roaring fiery furnace of this Vedic consuming transfiguration, and melting in the unconditional love of samadhi. I am burning with the violet fire, the ruby ray, and the crystal fire mist, refining every element of my subconscious, conscious, and superconscious awareness, cleansing all toxins and impurities from the cells of my physical body, purifying my bloodstream, strengthening and invigorating my nerves, muscles, and bones, tissues, organs, and glands, and clearing, illuminating my mental, emotional, and memory bodies to be the perfect expression of my compassionate I am samadhi. In action, in action, in action, as a quivering pillar of Violet flame samadhi. I am Violet Yud miracles of crystal pink love, manifesting as tactfulness, sensitivity, subtlety, delicacy, politeness, discretion, thoughtfulness, carefulness, prudence, cleverness, skillfulness, and diplomacy. As such, I transmute every dense human egoic shape, pattern, and concept. I am the golden sun disk, issuing bolts of ruby ray lightning and violet ray samadhi, radiant, buoyant, whirling, dancing, surging, cosmic, luminous, enhancing, tangible pressure, joyous blushing, across the face of the earth now rushing, spear points of the mighty Maxim flame, 28 feet tall, 144,000 strong, radiating in the I am name, raising each and every so-called force of opposition to the victory of my abundantly flowing prosperity, wealth, and finances, dynamic tantric relationships, radiant glowing health and resilient body, my fun, focused service to life, artful sexuality, passionate spirituality, and my glorious divine plan fulfilled, dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling everything undesirable and imperfect throughout my world of activity. The ruby red lightning is flashing as 10,000 suns, and I am gleaming the brilliant precision that back. I am gleaming the brilliant precision like a perfection, magical transmogrification from my heart. Mighty Arcturus, O Elohim, dissemble that light of 10,000 suns and transmute all human fear and desire baked into that dual human ego on the earth now. The violet light is always samadhi. The violet light is always samadhi. The violet light is always samadhi. The I am and the I am samadhi is that light. Excuse me. The limitless legions of light now burn with cosmic heat throughout the world, and to all dual human egoic shapes and textures, including the fears and the desires of the dual human ego. Melt away before the intimate, infinite love of samadhi and samadhi and samadhi. Violet fire rhythm. I place myself in concert with Alpha and Omega, Helios and in the great central sun. Helios invests in the sun of our system. The ascended Paramahansa Yogananda, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Hans Baba, Lanello, Claire de Lys, and Sir Lafalat, Saint Germain and Pusha, the Maha Chohan, Om Tas, ruler of the violet planet, Archangel Zadkiel and Holy Amethyst, Mighty Elohim, Arcturus and Victoria, Sonic Kamar, Lady Master Venus and the seven Holy Kamaras, Quetzalcoatl, Bird, serpent, father, mother, divining harmony. Shiva, Krishna, Jesus, and Mother Mary. Kuan Yin, the lords of karma, and the hierarchs and beings of elements. Earth, air, fire, water, and akasha. Expand and express the body of fire throughout my entire consciousness, being, and world. Roaring white lion transmutation. Om Mother Fire Fire Om Mother Fire Flame Om dissolving shame. I am light. Muting, I am trace. I am crystal, roaring, a chemical cauldron, is that I am. As the best in the rosy ruby stone, golden rays sunrise, I big of fun. I am dying silence, gleaming undivided ray, scintillating pride, truth, dharma, the way. Om body fire, om body flame, om neutral but nearest, dissolving driven shame. I am body light, it was enjoying grace, transmuting no desire, I am penetrace. I am amethyst crystal, roaring highway line, a chemical purple cauldron produces that I am. As the best blue ocean, a rosy ruby stone, golden rays of sunrise, like not a big of them. I am diamond silence, gleaming undivided ray, scintillating prana, truth, dharma, the way. Om body fire, om body flame, om neutral but nearest, dissolving fear and shame. I am budded light, a bosom enjoying grace, transmuting no desire, I am penetrace. I am amethyst crystal, roaring highway line, a chemical purple cauldron produces that I am. As the vast blue ocean, a rosy ruby stone, golden rays of sunrise, like not a big of stone. I am diamond silence, gleaming undivided ray, scintillating prana, truth, dharma, the way. Om body fire, om body flame, om neutral but nearest, dissolving fear and shame. I am budded light, a bosom enjoying grace, transmuting no desire, I am penetrace. I am amethyst crystal, rubbing highway line, a chemical purple cauldron produces that I am. As the vast blue ocean, a rosy ruby stone, golden rays of sunrise, like not a big of stone. I am diamond silence, gleaming undivided ray, scintillating prana, truth, the dharma, the way. Om. 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 I'd like to take us to the closing for today's mantras. It's a little farther back in the book. Let me find this mantra that I'd like to give. This is called Blessing of Spiritual Giants. O Saint Germain and the Ascended Jesus, Milarepa, Kuan Yin, and Bodhidharma, Claire de Lys, Linello, and Sir Laugh-A-Lot, Paramhansa Yogananda, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Hans Baba, Babaji, Gautama Buddha, and the Angel Deva of the Jade Temple, Dusty Hunter, Leslie Temple Thurston, David Data, Ken Wilbur, Michael Beckwith, Greg Braden, Adya Shanti, Amachi, Adnan, Carolyn Monroe, Sheer Donald Walters, and David Lewis. We invoke your radiant hope and constant blessing for the world. O majestic samadhi of active peace, potent knowing and vibrant healing love and compassion, I am, transmuting and consuming everything but the eternal light of perfection. These purifying flames diffusing the love, light, and joy of the universe, governing, educating, and protecting all flux in the akashic, mental, emotional, and physical pranas, chakras, and meridians of humanity, Terra and her evolutions, and her elements, liberating divine love and freedom, which is, was, and is to come, the everlasting nectar of samadhi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today in these rousing mantras that infire the soul and give structure with the Samadhi game mantras and give time that maybe time into the collection of the ideas of these mantras into your own consciousness and into your own patterns of living. So join us again Thursday night at 10 o'clock for the music and 10:30 for the processing. Sometime right in between there we start the processing, sometimes a little early. And Saturday mornings, 8 o'clock for music and 8:30. We've been attempting recently to get everything lined up and starting on time, but because of some technical difficulties with getting this new system going, we're still working on it. Hopefully we'll have all the bugs worked out soon. All right, thanks very much for joining us. Enjoy the music and partying. We love you.